In today's Get Ready With Me, we're gonna have a little therapy session. We're gonna be talking about how to get over a person, how to get over a breakup, and actually detaching. Detaching from places, people, and things. Because girl, once you detach, once you learn that master of detachment, you're unstoppable. You're like freaking invincible. Okay girl, we're just gonna get straight to the point. The first thing I do to get over someone is crash out. Crash out. Literally crash out. Go scream in your pillow, yell in your car, scream to your favorite song. Like I'm telling you, like this is literally what I do. I love a good crash out. I'm telling you right now, like go on a drive, go scream to your favorite song and just crash out. A lot of people are like, oh no, like don't crash out, don't crash out. But like girl, if you don't crash out now, like you're gonna crash out later. Because as we all know, when you suppress your emotions, they end up coming out later. Anyways, I'm gonna give you guys an example. For me, my ego gets really hurt when I suppress my emotions. I mean, when I don't suppress them, I guess. If I get a crazy text and I'm like, damn, like that kind of sucks. I just like try to like not think about it, and I don't think about it and I forget about it. Those emotions will come running back and I won't feel it right then and there, but I will feel it later. If I force myself to feel it right then and there and I look at it and I'm like, you know what, bro, like what they did was wrong, or whatever happened, or like whatever situation it is, like you need to feel the emotions right then and there. You need to stop being so scared to show your emotions, no matter if you're a girl or a guy or whatever. At the end of the day, like we all cry, we're all human, we all get mad, we all yell, we all throw tantrums, like let's be for real. If you're embarrassed to just like feel what's literally happening in your life, grow up, because the most mature thing you can do is feel the emotions that you put out there. And I honestly thought the opposite. Anytime I went through some sort of heartbreak or some sort of thing like that, I've always suppressed my emotions because I'm like, you know what, like I'm strong, I'm independent, and I am, but that doesn't mean you have to suppress your emotions. You can still be strong, independent, and like all of that with letting your emotions out. You can't detach from something you're fighting to understand. For example, if someone breaks up with you out of nowhere, out of plain sight, and you're like, oh my gosh, like why did they do this? I just can't understand why this person did this. If you keep fighting with the fact on why did they cheat on you, why did they leave you out of nowhere, why did they ghost you, girl, you're never gonna heal. You're never gonna heal. You need to find closure in the fact that you're too good for them, so they couldn't handle you. And I'm not trying to make y'all delusional. I really am not. The people who leave your life are not meant to be in your life. Once a person leaves your life after being in your life for like a certain amount of time and they automatically leave, they've done their purpose. Like you need to think about this because you only have one life, okay? This is something that didn't hit me until I like actually, if you guys watched my last video, it's about a situationship. That didn't hit me until I like that whole situationship thing went down. You only have one life to live, and you need to make sure the people you're putting yourself around are people you want to live life with. Because girl, we got about max 100 years on this earth, okay? Max. Some people 120, but even then, like what can you do after 80 years old? You're gonna be on your deathbed and you're gonna be like, damn, like I wasted those years with that like guy or with that girl, and like they cheated on me multiple times or they ghosted me. You need to think about long term instead of how you're feeling right now. Just because you're comfortable with the person you're with, closure never comes from the other person. Any ex I've had, any situationship, any type of guy I've ever talked to, any person that I've talked to has never had closure. I've never had closure. You'll never gain closure from the other person, even if they say, I'm sorry, like, you know, I hope you the best, or any, they could say the most sweetest thing, they could tell you everything that they did, they can do anything, but you will never receive closure from the opposite person. This is really hard for people to understand, and sometimes it's even hard for me to understand because it's like, okay, like I need something. Once a person breaks up with you, once a person ghosts you, once a person cheats on you, it becomes a one-sided thing. Now it's you. Now it's your job to close the door in your head. You need to close the door. They can't close it for you because guess what? You can keep opening it. You can keep opening it. They might have closed their door 3 years ago and the door is still open in your head. People who leave your life are not meant to stay forever. They're called karmic relationships, okay? A karmic relationship, just so you guys know, it'll start off really up and down, really rocky, really roller coaster type feeling, but it's a really good, like good feeling in a way. It's like exciting, but it also has its really low lows, but it's also really exciting. I don't know why I'm saying that with so much like enthusiasm, but karmic relationships are in your life to help you. And this is really hard to understand. So that person who has came in and out of your life multiple times, these people, these karmic relationships are here to help you grow, but only if you let them teach you things. For instance, any of my exes, all karmic relationships. Those are all karmic relationships. Karmic relationships are pretty much from your ancestors. They've gone through certain things, and if they never passed a certain cycle or anything, if your parents haven't dealt with their karmic relationships or karmic past or karmic cycles, it's passed down to you. And it's nobody's fault because this is ancestors from ancestors to ancestors. This is from years and years ago. So this is not just my parents or my grandparents. This is all the way up there. Karmic relationships can be really good. The first guy I've ever dated, I didn't learn. This was like a couple years ago, and that cycle kept on repeating. It was just like the same thing playing over and over. The guys would just be same person, different fonts. And once you beat that cycle is once that cycle will stop and you'll move on to a different type of love. I guess level up. I don't know how to really explain it. I'm really bad at explaining, y'all. But okay, say right now you have a thing of getting cheated on all the time. Anytime you're in a relationship, it's just cheating, cheating, cheating. There's something every time in that relationship you're doing. And I'm not saying you're doing anything wrong. You could be so loving, but the problem is you might be putting them on top out of everyone and might be exiting everything out of your life, and even like your career. You might be ignoring everything out of your life and doing everything for that only that one person and being that servant to that one person. When in reality, you should be able to have that person and have yourself and have everything around. You should still have your friends. You should still have your job. You should still have your hobbies, etc. All of that. It should never mush into you only looking to that one person and just idolizing that one person. Another thing is feeling before healing. I know I talked about this a little bit in the beginning, but you need to let yourself cry. You need to let yourself miss them, because this is a person that's left. This is a person that you're not gonna call every day. This is a person you're not gonna see on a, like, you know, you're not gonna see every weekend. You're not gonna go out with them. You need to just realize that, and it's okay to miss them. We're not heartless souls. We're not robots. You know, we're people, so it's okay to miss those people. This is why I say it's okay to crash out. Don't crash out on them. Don't slash no tires. Don't do any of your energy like that. The way I've dealt with this in my life is after being shocked for a second, it'll maybe take me like a couple of days or maybe even the next day to just really realize, like, okay, I'm not gonna see this person. Like, this person is not gonna be in my life anymore. The way I cope with it is journaling. This is something that when I hear about it, I'm like, journaling sounds really boring and it doesn't feel like it'll help. But trust me when I say this, any type of journaling, or if you draw, if you paint, once you write those things immediately out of your head. When I'm shocked about something and then the next day I'm like, damn, like this really is hitting me, I go straight to journaling. The first thing I do, even if I don't feel like it or anything, I have to go straight to journaling because I will bottle up my emotions on accident. You need to let those emotions out. Make videos. Go on your MacBook and start doing virtual journaling, I guess. Like video journaling. In your notes even. Like journaling can be anywhere, however, wherever. A therapist is also a really good thing. Talk to anybody you can. If you have a close friend, a sibling, if you have your mom and your dad, if you're close with them, talk to them about these things, because that will really help you to let it out. If you don't journal, if you don't like doing anything, if you want to let these emotions really out, you need to talk. You need to have some sort of communication, whether that's on paper, whether that's with friends or family. You need to just have it out. You need to get those emotions out, girl. Like, that is the #1 goal. Let yourself rest, okay? Let yourself get into a momentum. Sleep good. Don't stay up stalking their socials. You need to be worrying about you, and you need to make sure that you get yourself right, because guess what, girl? They can be with a whole nother person, or they can also be crying in their room, but guess what? You, at this point, this person left you or you left them, and you need to focus on you. You have to focus on you. If you don't focus on yourself, that's probably part of the reason why y'all didn't work. It's not gonna be easy straight off the bat, but focus on you, okay? Just do not stalk socials. Don't let yourself see something that you don't want to see, because your wound is still open, okay? Like, if you see something you don't want to see, if you see a certain girl he's starting to follow, if it's, you know, you're gonna see that. And even though it's so tempting to like stalk their socials, don't. Literally don't. What if they had a new girlfriend? You're gonna see that. That's just negative energy and low vibrations. If you have low vibrations, everything around you, you're gonna attract low vibration. If you have a high vibration, everything around you will be high vibrations, which means you'll attract money, you'll attract people, you'll attract good people, you'll attract good love, you'll attract great opportunities and everything. And I want to tell you guys are not weak for missing someone. You're not, and I know that feeling of like, damn, like, why do I miss them? Like, they did me so wrong, or like, why do I miss them? Like, I thought like I left for like a good reason or for a good cause. You did, girl. They left you for a good cause. You left them for a good cause. It's not bad to miss someone that was once there. You can miss a person that literally did you super wrong, and you still gonna miss them because your mind plays this in nostalgia. It's called like the rose eyes, where your brain will literally replay all the good times. Just like in your childhood. I'm about to be 19, so I'm thinking like, damn, like I was so young at one point, like life was so good, but was it? Yeah, life was good, but there were also things that weren't like so rainbows and sunshines, you know what I'm saying? So it's good to have good memories sometimes, but don't sit in your bed and just think about all the nostalgic things, because you have to realize that this person is not, like, that's not them anymore. That's not them. That's not coming back. It is the harsh truth. I hate being so like harsh, but it's like literally the blunt truth. Like they're not gonna be back. It could be, oh my god, but y'all, like the first month we were together, like he literally brought me flowers and he took me out to this really fancy restaurant, or they did this for me, they did that for me. But that person is not here no more. Okay, they're not here with us. I don't see them, you don't see them, they're not here with us. Honestly, girl, like you need to stop bed rotting and thinking about this person over and over. It's okay to miss them, that's one thing, but when you start playing nostalgic moments and like start thinking like, what did I do wrong, what did I do wrong, what did I do wrong? When a person leaves, or a person doesn't come back, or a person cheats or does you wrong, that is meant for your highest good. Detachment, what does it really mean? Some people think detachment is just not caring, acting like you don't care, acting nonchalant, like okay, like they cheated on me and whatever, or they left me and whatever. No, girl, like obviously we're not robots, we have feelings. Detachment is caring about that person, that place, that thing, but choosing yourself. Stop replaying the what ifs. What if we had stayed? What if we had did this differently? What if we had did that? The thing's over, girl. You gotta stop, because it would have been that if it should have. So you gotta get your head like out of that mindset. Another thing, like I said earlier, don't stalk their socials. There's one big rule I have for anybody I've talked to or anything, because it slows down your healing process, is I do not stalk any of my exes. I do not stalk any of the guys that I've talked to. I do not stalk anybody who's not in the same realm as me. Nobody who's not in the same frequency as me. If they left my life, it was meant for them to leave it. I'm not gonna go stalk them and watch their life and watch them live it without me, because if they can live it without me, then girl, why am I watching it? Stop being a fan. Stop. That's literally what you're being. If you're stalking this guy or girl, if you're stalking this person and you guys are not together, stop stalking them. You're a fan. You're literally a fan, bro. Stop stalking. I'm getting too much. Okay, but actually, the more you stalk people, the more lower your vibrations go. And what did I say earlier? When you have low vibrations, you attract lower things. This is all you attract right here. When you start getting away from the stalking, when you stop looking at their accounts, when you stop doing all that and stop watching what they're doing, okay, who are they with now? Who did they follow? When you stop doing that, look, you start going here and all these people are still here. You start going up. And this is now what you attract. This is all you attract. You can't attract this because they can't even reach you. They can't reach you, girl. Don't wait for them to text. When I had my very first boyfriend and we broke up, I didn't block them. Didn't block them on messages. You're probably like, girl, like that's okay. Like it's okay not to block them. But the problem with some people, you don't have to block them. You don't have to block everybody. Personally, I know myself, and I sometimes, if I know they can text me and they're not texting me, it kind of hurts my ego. That's just an ego thing, okay? Personally, if they know my number, they're not blocked, and they're not texting me, it's gonna hurt my ego. It really is. I'm watching out for myself personally. I'm just trying to be as blunt as I can be. When a person is blocked, guess what? You're in control. You're probably like, girl, like you literally don't have to block them. You do though. You do though. If you don't block them, you're still leaving that door open. You're leaving that door open for them to be able to walk in their life whenever they want. Block them on messages, because if you don't, all of us in the back of our mind are like, damn, like it's my birthday, they haven't texted me. Or damn, like it's been a week, they haven't texted me. Or it's been 2 years and they haven't texted me. When you have them unblocked, when you wait for that text, because subconsciously when you have them unblocked, you're in some way or form waiting for that text. I know, because we're all people, we're all human. We want a person to want us, okay? That's how people are. People want people to want them. When I have people unblocked and they text me out of nowhere, all those feelings come rushing back. When your ex calls you randomly and it's been like a year later and you're calling and you're like, they can literally say 3 words. They can be like, oh, I just wanted to call, but okay, bye. And then they could leave. But all those feelings come rushing back. They just do. Do not leave that door open. If you don't want to block them, just don't reply. Do not reply to any text. After this person has let you out of their life, you need to let go. You need to give time to yourself, because there's a reason why you got out of the relationship or they got out of the relationship. There's a reason, and you need to give yourself time to process things, and you need to let go. Do not reply. I'm telling you right now, do not reply. And this is not immature. This is protecting your peace. Do not romanticize who they were at the beginning, because it's only a mask. You have to realize, especially if you're the one getting done wrong, those people were masking. It's sad to say, but some people really do hide themselves. They hide themselves so they can protect themselves, but at the end of the day, they're also hurting. So just because they were masking and they were protecting their feelings, they weren't really. They are also hurting. Those people are sad because they feel like they know they lost out on something that was real. You need to stop romanticizing what it was and how you guys were at the beginning. beginning, because of course that's what always gets you into thinking like, oh my gosh, I should text them. Like, if you guys do follow them on social media, you need to unfollow them. You can't be friends with your ex. You just can't. You can't, because for your own well-being, you need to unfollow them. Protect your energy. Okay, my camera died, but I just baked and everything. We're gonna go on to the next thing, which is rebuilding confidence and your identity, your self-identity. A lot of us attach because we made that certain person our comfort zone. The reason we're detaching is to make ourselves the comfort zone. So you're not searching for their validation now, you're searching for your own validation. I'm gonna explain this in like the most weirdest way, but when you lose a person or out of a breakup or something, you lose the routines that you had while being with them, a certain lifestyle you had while with them. So if you went to the gym with them every morning, it's gonna be really difficult for you to detach, because this is a routine that now you have to do alone, and every time you go to the gym you're gonna think about them because you're reminiscing about all those times that you guys did it together and you guys were together while experiencing those little things, those little routines. To rebuild your own confidence, to rebuild yourself, doesn't mean you're like insecure or nothing, but you need to build confidence with just being by yourself, because when you're with someone and you know, maybe you lived with them, maybe you guys been together for years, you get used to that lifestyle, you get used to everything. So when they leave, it's kind of like you need to relearn how to live life on your own. Once you and this person are not together anymore, you need to rebuild confidence in yourself of being yourself, being alone, being able to live alone, being able to like do things alone. Things that you guys once did, you need to learn how to do that alone. If you guys used to go to the gym every morning, try and just keep going to the gym by yourself. Just do it by yourself. Every time you feel that urge to just reach out to them and text them and maybe call them, don't do it. Stop trying to heal in the same place you got hurt. All that energy that you're wasting on stalking their socials, all that energy you're wasting on waiting for them to text you or just looking at old pictures of you guys, rotting in your bed because you're thinking of like the nostalgia things that happened. You could put that energy into something that could grow you. And this is something I realized when I got out of a certain situation. Usually every time I get out of some type of relationship or situation, my life is 10 times better after I get out of it. When I'm in it, I think this is like all I can get. I think this is the biggest it can get, the best it can get. But once I get out, I realize, what was I thinking? Like, I trapped myself in the bird cage. Like, a bird cannot fly in the cage. Like, I trapped myself in a cage. That's how the mind works. When you tell your mind, this is all I can get, your mind thinks, okay, this is all you can get. So this is all you're gonna get. If there's people out there who are actually living freely and not like having to deal with this, then why can't that be me? There's a new billionaire every single day, because guess what? You know what they ask? Why can it not be me? Don't post about them. Do not go on socials and post about them. I have a really bad tendency of doing this. When I post about a person, I like to post about what I've learned, not saying I miss them and they missed out on something good, because they know that. They know they missed out. That's why every person that I've ever dealt with has always come back. They will always come back. Whether it's in good terms, bad terms, they always come back. People don't like the fact that you're not stuck on them. Just like you don't like the fact that, oh, it looks like they're not stuck on you, so it's driving you crazy. You need to do that to them. If this person that left you or whatever was posting about you and like was posting a story like, oh my gosh, like why can't things just be like, like reposting TikToks or something about you, you wouldn't care. You wouldn't have a care in the world. You'd be like, oh, they're just obsessed. How do you think they see you when you're reposting TikToks? When you're posting pictures of yourself just to get their attention, girl, there's so many other people in this world that want your attention, but since your eyes are only looking for them, you're not getting anybody, because guess what? That person isn't even looking. The reason you want to detach from these people is to bring in the better things. Don't force another relationship just to fill the void after breaking up with someone or after leaving someone, because at the end of the day, you will be hurting them and yourself. Sometimes you can grow with the person, but most of the time you'll be hurting both of you guys at the end of the day, and it will just feel like a waste of time when you could have healed right after you and that person broke up. Healing always sounds easier said than done. I still go through certain things sometimes, and honestly, it's just up to me. Like, am I gonna choose to wake up and stalk someone's socials instead of me going into a burner account, going to this, like typing up the name, clicking on the account and searching the whole thing, looking through all the followers? Is it worth me doing that? Or is it worth me waking up, putting on some music, getting ready, going to the gym, or starting my day on a clean slate? When you start your day with that negative energy, because guess what? You never know what you're gonna find. Looking at their life, it always looks better than it is. I used to stalk my ex a lot, and I thought his life was perfect. Like, oh my gosh, he moved on so quick. He has a girlfriend now, like a week after we broke up. Come to find out, 6 months later, he calls me being a little, you know, like after a little party or whatever. And he calls me and tells me he misses me and he wishes we could be together and everything. But there's a girl on his highlights. When I've seen his life after we broke up, I was like, damn, like he really moved on quick. He has a great life. Like looks like they're happy. You never know what's happening behind the scenes, especially with social media. But like look at your account. I know you don't post your bloopers of life because why would you want to put your imperfect self online? Why would you want other people to be able to judge you? Stop being delusional about, oh my gosh, like, they have a new partner now and they like moved on so quick. How do they find so much luck? How do they have so many opportunities? They have their dream job. They have everything. Let them have all that. All this information I told you today, if you do that, plus heal, plus read books, bro. Read. I'm telling you right now, read books for your knowledge. Knowledge is power. And I'm telling you right now, that will literally shape your mind into your highest self. Your highest self right now is looking at you and like, oh my gosh, you're gonna be great. You are on your way to being great, but it's only if you choose to do those actions. Our life is written. It's all written, right? We have all different types of paths. We have the lowest path that you can go down and we have the highest path. This is how I see it. If you choose not to do nothing in life, if you choose not to do anything, you're gonna go down the lowest path. If you choose to go with mediocre men, if you choose to settle for less, if you choose to settle for what you see, if marriage is not a good thing in your family, if you have a lot of divorce in your family or just toxic relationships in your family, if your parents are toxic and you're around all that, you're gonna believe love is not real. You're gonna believe love is toxic and you're gonna believe, wow, like my boyfriend is a little bit better than theirs, so that's the best thing to get. No, girl, your boyfriend, just because he's not toxic and just because he's not doing crazy things does not mean you guys are meant to be. If you have an intuition feeling, knowing that you deserve so much better, no matter if they're taking care of you, no matter if they're paying for everything you have, if your heart is not in it, then you need to realize this is a life you're living. This is a life that you're living. You're choosing to be unhappy just because you think that love is so limited. Girl, if love was so limited, then how are there people with actually happy marriages? How are there people getting asked out with candles, roses, and all this, and you're getting asked out over text? You're settling for less. I'm telling you right now, you're settling for less. And there's gonna be a lot of people in my comments, and I already see it coming. They're gonna be like, oh my gosh, like she's just mean, like she's not. No, I have standards, especially after the things that the people I've been through. I know that I can get better if I believe there's better. If I believe all I can get is a 9-to-5 job, that's all I'm gonna get. If I believe all I can do is be a McDonald's manager, that's all I'm gonna be. That's all I'm gonna be for the rest of my life, is a McDonald's manager. Even if there's freaking Jeff Bezos out there. I want you guys to know I'm not shading anybody. I'm not trying to be here and sit here and talk crap about your job or anything, because we're all starting from different places. But I want you guys to know you can literally have anything in life. Going from people, opportunities, your career, your life path, all of that is in your hands. It's literally in your hand. It's your choice to make that choice and actually stand up and be like, you know what? Like, I deserve better. I deserve to have flowers every week. I deserve to be taken out to a fancy restaurant every Friday. If that's your dream wish, girl, make it happen. Stop. If your dream is, if your dream partner has all these things, he's gonna take care of me, he's gonna cook for me, and he's gonna help me grow my business, you're not gonna get all that if you settle for someone who doesn't have a job, someone who doesn't like cooking. What you see is what you get. When I see this at the store, this is what I get. If they, at the beginning of the relationship, they start to give you flowers, they start to take you out so much, they start, you know, doing all these things, these big things, and then out of nowhere they drop it all, you need to drop them. Because what you see is what you get. Once that person stops doing the things that they were once doing, you need to leave them. You have to take charge. Do not settle. Look at all the women in your life and pinpoint the people who settled or didn't. They thought that this is all that they can get, and that's what they got, and now they're not happy. So you need to make sure that this is a person you want to spend life with. I'm telling you right now, it is so important. It is so important to make sure this is a person you want to spend life with. Don't stay with a person if they don't have the things that you want in a person. No one's gonna be perfect. No one is perfect, okay? Everyone has things that you have to work on. But if you told this person, hey, like, can we go on dates on Fridays? And they're like, yeah, I'll start taking you out on dates. They don't take you out. What do you think that is? They're not gonna take you out. If you're in a situationship and you know you want it to be more, but it's not, it's a situationship, man. It's not gonna become more. I'm sorry. And if it does become more, it's gonna be really toxic because he didn't have to take you out on dates. He didn't have to do you things like this. So why would he start now just because he calls you his girlfriend? There's one thing I tell everybody. Do not let your ex determine the meaning of love. A lot of people don't know how to love. Everyone has their baggage. I have my baggage. My friends have their baggage. Some people know how to love better than others. And just do not let that person that you're no longer with determine your meaning of love. The more things you go through, the better life gets. And that sounds horrible. That's like, oh my gosh, like this is so much pain. But honestly, after being in a toxic relationship and you guys finally break up, like of course it's sad. Of course, like as weird as it is, it's really sad, but you feel that sort of relief because you know it's gonna get better. People will want to change your perception on love just so you're never happy. Whether they did you wrong, whether you guys just didn't work out, do not let that be your definition of love, and let it be known that this is just a learning lesson. If you're watching this while going through a little breakup, while like you just stopped talking to someone you were really close to, or trying to detach from things, I'm literally so proud of you for even taking this step to be able to just try and heal. If you don't, even if you don't do anything in this video, you clicking on this video and making that step to even find out how to heal is the best thing you can do for yourself, and I'm so proud of you. If no one has said it yet, I'm really proud of you. I think breaking up or leaving a person or just change is such a hard thing to go through. Breakups is really hard to go through, no matter if it's with the person that you were with or a person that you guys were just talking. You leaving a person in general is super hard. There's only up from here. Since you've already clicked on this video, you're already going up. And I'm not just saying this because, oh my god, you clicked on my video, but like no, like literally you looking up, even if you didn't click on my video, but you looking up how to get over a breakup is you trying to jump over this obstacle. I keep babbling, but when you choose yourself, you choose the generation after you, and you choose that generation after them, because guess what? When you end karmic cycles, the generation after you doesn't have to deal with those karmic cycles. You can be in your mid-50s, literally choose you, because that at the end of the day, that's all you have. When you die, you're not dying with your partner, you're not dying with your ex, you're dying with you. And you need to make sure that when you're on that deathbed, you're proud of what life you lived, because if I stayed with anybody that from my past, I wouldn't be proud. You usually know when you shouldn't be with someone. You know, because your body will somehow, some way tell you, your mind will tell you, hey, like there's certain things, like little things that you know, but you're letting pass through. Anyways, this whole video was literally me yapping the whole time, but I really hope I helped you guys. If you guys watch this whole thing through, go ahead and comment proud of myself. Literally comment proud of myself, because I'm proud of you. I will do a little like on your comment, and I am just so excited for you to be on this journey. I really am, because this is on the way to meet your highest self. You might not even know her. You might not even know what she looks like. You might not even know what you want to do. Let yourself heal. Let yourself have a clear mind. Anyways, I love y'all so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!